Hi Fuerte Friends, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm Trisha Fuerte and this is Fuerte Body. Today and every day we are going to be telling people to stop using the word fat as an insult because it's not. Like many people, I follow BODYPOSIPANDA on Instagram, and I remember that Megan also used to do YouTube videos. Megan doesn't do YouTube videos anymore, but her videos are still and forever will be relevant to today. I fell down the rabbit hole and ended up watching all her old videos again, and her first one was actually "Fat is not an insult," and I've been wanting to do a video like this for quite some time now for my channel, so here we are. If you don't follow BODYPOSIPANDA or haven't seen Megan's videos, I highly recommend that you check them out and do follow her. She is such a joy. Now, what's not a joy is that it's 2020 and people are still using the word fat to put people down and perpetuate more body shaming and more fat phobia in the world than we already have. Once again, I am not a doctor, nor nutritionist, nor trainer, nor scientist, nor historian, but I did do some research on my own to destroy my previously taught and internalized negative associations with the word fat. And even more so, I did this research so I could share this information with all of you Fuerte friends so you could do the same for yourself and spread the good word. So, just on a first page Google search, when you type in the word fat or fat definition, it literally tells you that the noun fat is a naturally oily or greasy substance found in animal bodies, especially deposited underneath the skin or surrounding organs. Wikipedia says that the noun fat is one of the three main macronutrients, along with carbohydrates and proteins. Calling someone fat just acknowledges that they have things inside of their body that they need, that you have inside your body too, and that people have this in varying amounts, just like how people have varying amounts of hair on their body. Facts, science, not an insult. The adjective fat means having excess amount of flesh. Again, anatomy, science, acknowledging that people have different amounts of flesh. Nowhere, absolutely nowhere, when you click synonyms or you continue to search, does it say that the word fat is the same as ugly, unworthy of love, undesirable, unattractive, lazy. It's society that put that on screens, in prints, and in our minds. W.F. Ferris has an article called "Once Fat Was Fat and That Was That." I love that title, by the way. And in this article, they talk about how actually historically the word fat was associated with wealth and beauty, and how full-figured women were always in art. However, it wasn't until the 19th and 20th century that people started having negative associations with the word fat because the industry and technology started booming, food was easier to make, certain foods became cheaper. People were associating all these things like the inventions of trains and automobiles with not being as physically active as we were in the past. In addition, the ongoing rise of processed foods in the 1950s made people start associating being fat with being lazy, with sitting around at home, with slower, less active lifestyles than we had before. By the late 20th century, it became a status symbol to be fit and thin because it cost money to take a dance class or an aerobics class or play sports or go to the gym or copy whatever cooking show and make food from scratch in their nice fancy kitchens, or follow the healthy recipes inside magazines or the trendy fad diets or new weight loss programs. Now, of course, who's literally was, were, always will be eating that shit up? The same white, affluent people who are taking up the space in the fashion, print, entertainment, fitness, wellness, and health industry. They literally make livings off of making people think that they should be concerned about their size. Riddle me this, America. Is it really being a smaller size or other people's sizes that we should be concerned about? Or is it proper food security, safety, and sovereignty in all neighborhoods across America? Don't worry, more on that in a future video. Just think about that and how the media chooses what to focus on and constantly exposes us to focus on the wrong things. Just look at our media right now. The way words are taught to be misused, the way names are taught to be misused in order to hurt people, the truth behind why people choose the words that they choose to hurt people different than them is always stemmed from the larger issues that we have in society. So what should we do now when we are called fat as an insult, or we hear or see someone being called fat as an insult? And what if you don't have the time or the energy or the thoughts gathered yet to give the mini lesson that I just gave? A response I've used before when I've been called fat or been told that I've gained weight, or somebody has made a comment how I don't fit into something anymore, I like to say,
and there's nothing wrong with that.
I've also seen someone reply in Instagram comments straight up saying there's no need for fat shaming here or anywhere. I think we should definitely normalize responding these ways out loud, and especially on social media. In BODYPOSIPANDA's video, she talked about pushing back and questioning the person. Why are you saying that like it's a bad thing? She also talks about leaning into the yes and approach. Because when people are called fat and people respond like, oh, but she's still beautiful, or but you're still hot though, using but and still implies that the word fat is still linked to being unattractive when it's not. There's no need to separate the word fat and beautiful. There's no need to separate the word fat and hot. Someone could very much be both. Using the yes and approach is kind of like saying, since we're just stating facts now, let me add on to that. Let me continue. Yes, I'm fat and I'm a grown woman is one of my favorites because it's a reminder, like, what are we, kids on a playground who don't know any better yet? Being fat is just as a descriptor as my age is, so let's talk like we're adults then. We can and we should be saying, yes, I'm fat and I'm beautiful. Yes, I'm fat and I'm happy. Yes, she's fat and she's gorgeous. Yes, he's fat and he's hot. Yes, I'm fat and sexy AF. It feels good to say that out loud. And I remember really smiling when I wrote that line down too for this video. Should try it. Once again, another big shout out to Megan, aka BODYPOSIPANDA. I will link her channel and her Instagram in my description below, along with my sources for this video. Thank you for coming to my Trisha Talk. Wow. Now in Fuerte Body, we've said no to BMI, no to before and after photos, and now no to using the word fat as an insult. What are other things you think society should break away from in order to promote happier, healthier relationships with our bodies and to celebrate and lift up the different bodies that exist in our world? Let me know in the comments below, and please remember to subscribe if you have already. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video where I talk about some conversations that I've had with my Tinder matches. I'm not only going to need your channel support on this, I'm going to need your emotional support. Fuerte Body will also now be on twice a week, Wednesdays and Sundays, so I will see you then. All my love, always and always, I'm Trisha Fuerte, and this is Fuerte Body.